Hey all my friends, welcome back to Lamascreations DIY. My name is Tammy. Today I am participating in the Power Up collab, which is hosted by Sarah from Can Sarah DIY It and Tiffany from Broke Girls Aesthetics. A bunch of us ladies are getting together and using some wonderful power tools and making you some wonderful creations. In this video, you will be given a secret word that you will have to comment down at the bottom in my comment section. Go to everyone's channel and comment their secret word and you can win an Amazon gift card. Let's start crafting. All right, friends, so what we're starting out with are these right here. This is a headboard and a footboard to an old bed that used to be my son's. It came in, it was bunk beds. So they have these little holes on the top. And this one has a screw stuck in there, so I gotta figure out how to get that out because it's all twisted and broke. But this is what we're gonna start with. I'm gonna try and use a new tool today. We'll see how it goes because I'm worried that it might chew the wood up, so I'll have to do one cut, see how it goes, and if it's going too bad, then I'll switch to my jigsaw. But basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure how long this one is, cut it in half, and then I want to take, I would say, about 4 inches or so, maybe less, off the bottom. So let's get started. So first what I'm doing is I'm going to measure it from side to side to try and find my center. I'm going to mark it with a marker, and I do this on all 3 parts. Then taking a ruler, I'm going to mark a line so I know where my center is. Now here comes the fun part. I'm going to use a Sawzall. This was super fun to make, or use, I should say, but it was a little hard to use. I couldn't figure out, see where the blade was going and where my line was. But here I am using the Sawzall, and I cut all the boards in half. Next, what I'm going to do is using my chop saw, I'm going to chop off that 4 inches that I was telling you about on the bottom, on each of the posts there. Each of the pieces that I chopped. Ooh. Watch your fingers. They're safety glasses. You don't want any of those little pieces flying in your eye. Now, using my hand sander, we're going to sand the bejeebies out of all of the boards, especially getting off all those little grooves and what my kid carved into it. I don't even know what it says. And we sand away all the boards. It's hard getting the top and the bottom, but I got them the best I could. And it looked awesome. Alright, so we got it all sanded, front and backs, and the pieces that I cut and all the scratches that were in it out. I still have the tops and in between to do, but if I use my my hand sander here, it would just gouge it and take the roundness away. And I don't want that to happen. Take a look at this. Boy, am I dusty. My phone, my clothes. See? I am dusty. It's all of my eyelashes, my hair. The joys of sanding. Stay tuned. We're going to start putting it together. So now what I'm doing is I'm lining the one side up, or the piece that we didn't cut, I'm laying it on my table. And then taking the other piece that I cut, we're going to line it up underneath, making sure everything is straight. Using my drill and a drill bit, I'm going to pre-drill some holes going from the top down into the second piece. I'm going to add on some wood glue. Put it back into place, and then using my drill again, I'm going to drill in some screws to to hold the side piece onto the back piece. And of course my big arms are in the way, but you get the idea. So this is what we have so far after everything is put together and sanded. Now I'm going to have to, along this part here, I'm going to have to put a board on either side, because these here pieces that I'm using for the seat, I haven't decided whereabouts I'm putting the seat, mind you. These two pieces for the seat are only 39 inches long, so I'm an inch short. They're going to go screw onto the sides here. I'm going to screw from the other side into the board on the end, like so. So now I got to find and cut two pieces and glue and screw them on the sides so that these here can rest on them. Let's start doing that. So taking the pieces that are going to go along the side there, I measured and cut them out. I'm going to use some wood glue again. I'm trying to record and do this with one hand, so if it's a little wobbly, I'm holding the phone in one hand and working with the other hand. I'm going to put it there. Then I use my drill again, and I pre-drilled some holes. And I'm going to use some screws and drill them in with my drill again. I had to use my foot to hold the side so it wouldn't move. Yeah, it's fun trying to work with one hand. I don't suggest doing it. And I did that on both sides. Now, you see those little holes there? That's where all of the pieces were together to hold the bed in place. So I'm going to fill the majority of it with some hot glue. Let that settle and dry. And then I use some wood filler and fill in the rest. They were pretty deep holes, so I didn't want to fill the whole thing with wood filler. Then using my little Dremel tool with some sandpaper on it, that's where I try and sand the tops and underneath. And I use this little tool because the big one wouldn't fit in there. And I also sand down all the places where I put all that wood filler in. Now taking these longer pieces, which also came from the bed, I'm going to lay them on the back, on the pieces, extra pieces that we stuck on the side. And we're going to put them all on and spread them out as evenly as possible. But then I noticed some of them are a little longer than the others, so I had to go and cut all of them down so that they all sit equally on the piece of board that we put on there, if that makes any sense at all. Using a marker, I just mark off where I need to cut. And then using my saw again, drawing out my line. Using my saw again, I just chop them all off. Chop them all down. Making sure it fits. And moving on to the next one. Again, drawing my line. And chopping it down. Now that they're all done, I'm going to lay them into place, and using my air nailer, we're going to use wood glue and the air nailer, and we're going to nail them into place. Just trying to spread them out as evenly as possible. I'm not a measurer, so I just did it by eye. I start with the back. Add my wood glue on both ends. Put it into place, making sure everything lines up. Taking my air nailer and nailing it down into place. Then I take a screw, because there's already a screw hole there. I screw them in as well. Extra security. They're not going to fall off if someone sits. And then I go from the back, I do the front, and then I do all the inside ones. The exact same way. Wood glue, lay it down. Make sure it's all nice and into place. Nail it with my air nailer. And then put a screw in. Now we're going to sand, no, not sanding. We're going to stain this entire thing with this black walnut stain. And it's beautiful. It came out beautiful. I love this color. We've actually got this color just about all over our house on the baseboards and around the casings of the windows and the doors. I love this color. And here's how it turned out. I love it. It's a little short for, you know, tall people to sit on, but my kids have sat on it, all three of them, and it holds them. I'm so super surprised and happy how I made this. Now, I can't take this idea for myself. I did see it on Home Talk, and maybe someone else has made one out there. So I did get the idea off of YouTube. But yeah, I love it. Now, you're all probably waiting for my secret word, and I've said it throughout the video, so let's see if you remember. Drill. I would like to thank the ladies for hosting this challenge. I always have so much fun doing this. If you're new, please subscribe, like this video. Don't forget the bell. If you're returning, hey, welcome back. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. We'll see you again next time. Bye.